And we are off here with the Utah Jazz making their weekly debut here. We're going to see them taking on the Bad Bucks, the reigning champions of the 2K League. This is a team that, obviously, reigning champs, they knew how to put it together last year, but it took them a while, and they put it together late. It took that Dimes acquisition to really get them on the right track, and again, we're seeing this year they're starting slow. So the big thing to watch out for with this Bucks team is, will they be able to bounce back? And it's kind of the same issue with the Jazz. Cooks here is going to have it. He's their main guy. He was a pickup by the Pistons a couple seasons ago when they had some issues with their team and needed some replacements. Then he became the franchise guy for the Bucks. He took a nice midi there, and it's plays like that that allowed them to win the championship last year. Now we're going to see Kel, and we are going to see a 5 out for Jazz Gaming. Their first 3 games, it was pick and roll, get Rhea involved. Rhea had a lot of touches coming mainly from rec combos and him running that PNR with him. Now we're seeing him go to the 5 out and put Rhea in that corner. We'll see how involved he is cutting or maybe coming up and doing some pick and pops because he really was their main source of offense in that pick and roll, whether it be dunking or resetting and dotting somebody, setting a cut, as we see a nice shot there in the midi by Johnny Red. So it'll be very intriguing to see in this new look Jazz Gaming 5 out how the offense kind of functions. The Jazz were really struggling on offense. They were second to last in points as Charger gets a nice two-handed dunk to go there. Second to last in points. They had the worst three-point percentage, worst free throw percentage in the league. So maybe this 5 out will kind of spark something as we see a little give and go there from Dawsix to Johnny Red, and that's going to be Rhea picking up the foul. They really were hurting for large stretches offensively. This 5 out is going to be something new, and it's going to be Kel running it as opposed to rec combos. At least that's what we've seen early. We'll see if that changes later in the game. So I like the change. We've seen the Timberwolves run it as a little crab midi falls there from Cooks. Seen the Timberwolves run it very effectively. The biggest thing is you just have to be able to hit those shots. Kel has to be able to make quick enough reads when people are open, and then they have to knock down the looks as he gets another quick drop there to go. If he keeps dunking like that, they might not need to shoot a lot of threes this game. But as I mentioned, worst three-point percentage in the league. So if Bucks Gaming starts daring him to shoot as Johnny walks him back for a 3, this is all offense early. If Bucks Gaming starts daring them to shoot and daring Kel to make reads, which isn't naturally what he does, he's more of a scorer, the big thing to watch will be, will Jazz Gaming get those threes to go, which we haven't seen in their first 3 games. Dawsix picks up a foul as Rec Combos was the one bringing it up that play. We'll see if he continues to get it. It will be back to Rec Combos this play, working out at the wing. Kaze coming up to the right wing. Rec back to the middle. Sends Charger on the cut. Had him. Decides to shoot it. That's going to be contested. Charger chases down the rebound as he was down there alone. Kel pulling it back. Now he's going to go for another quick drop. Kel again getting to the rim. And those dunks, that one wasn't a quick drop. It was a little bit of a back scratcher. But they're so fast. If you don't meet them really early, generally they're able to get those off uncontested. Cooks there. Gets open off the screen. Kaze stuck on the big man. And he gets that one to go. The Jazz offense is cooking. They might have figured it out on that end. What happened to the defense? They need to get something going on that end. The Bucks are getting whatever they want from inside the arc and behind it. See if they can get anything going. Rhea had Kaze on the cut, didn't hit him. Now Kel all the way back to the wing. He's going to reset, go for another dunk. I mean, you can't stop him right now. I believe that's 4 dunks early, only about halfway through the first quarter here for Kaze. Or I mean, excuse me, for Kel. He's getting to the rim at will. We just need to see some defense from Kaze. The Bucks answer with a dunk of their own. This is a very fast-paced game, not what we're accustomed to at all through the first 3 Jazz Gaming games that we saw. They were much slower paced. They didn't turn the ball over. They played like we saw the Wizards team play as Kel, another dunk. Like we saw those championship Wizards teams play at a slow pace, control the ball, that kind of style. Now they're playing fast and loose. Charger maybe going for a blitz. I'm not sure what happened. They're going to call a timeout as he intentionally fouled there. Kel, 5 for 5, 10 points. But the story right now is, how can they stop the Bucks? They're 6 for 6, 2 for 2, and it's all from that backcourt. So Kel doing what he can to keep him alive. He's dunking at will. They just got to figure out what we're going to do defensively. Johnny Red walked him back at that right wing for a 3. Cooks took the screen over the middle, got a 3. So maybe some miscommunications early on Utah's side. Maybe the weekly game plan, a little too much focus on the offense. And they kind of forgot about the defensive part of the game. So we'll see if they can get back to forcing some TOs, like we saw in that Mavs game, and really letting Rhea play some free safety. I liked, actually, when we saw Charger in the pick and roll a little bit, because he was being aggressive. He was blitzing and doing the things that you want to see out of your back end. And then Rhea has such great instincts. He was making plays, knowing when to jump the slip, knowing when to one-step and steal the corner pass, getting down there for rebounds and blocks. So we'll see if they can get back to that. Kel does have his takeover there. We'll see when he gets back on offense, if he uses it to get a 3 up or if he's going to keep using it as a distraction and dunking. And right there, Walnut puts it away over Rhea. He was a little late getting there, couldn't get underneath him. Bucks have 16 points through the first 4 minutes. Rick Combo's walking it back. Kel does have badge. They're using him as bait right now. They get it down to him, and he gets a standing dunk. Kel now, I believe that's 12 out of the 14 points coming from Kelmav. He has been automatic early. The Jazz haven't missed. The problem is neither of the Bucks. Cooks almost gets the crab, doesn't get it though. Kaze works his way back in front. They're resetting it. Rhea with a quick slip. Did they get there in the corner for the contest? They did, and that's going to be Bucks Gaming. I believe that's only their second miss early in this one. Kel going to the rim again. I mean, are we going to see a 100-point game? That's, what, 14 early here for Kel? This is unbelievable. You don't see scoring performances from one man like this very often. We've seen some really high totals from a team that's all clicking, where they might put up 90 points or something in a game. But to have one man put up 16 early, this is really not something we saw since the original 5-out meta was here with those slashing shot creators in Season 1, I think it was, when they were stiff-arming people to the rim, and AA had like 80-something. So we really might be watching something historic here with Kel. Walnut fouled. I believe that first free throw was off. That second one goes. Got a little too excited talking about Kel. I wasn't even watching the free throw. I mean, I cannot believe what's happening. The Bucks have no answer for him at the moment. Rick Combos had a rim run. He didn't take it. He bails out. He had to walk back midi open too, but he didn't want that. He got a little nervous. Kel trying to work out on Dawsix. Had the rim run. Charger kind of cut him off, though. Back to Kel as that midi open. And he gets the lightly contested mid-range to go. He is on fire. You can't say enough about what we've seen in the first quarter. Bucks might take the last shot here. Instead, Cooks is going to go for a quick drop, getting to the rim at will. Both teams right now, actually, getting to the rim at will. Rec Combos has it. See if they call a play for Kel or if they just get it to him and let him work. Rhea holding it. Now to Kel. And that goes! That is, I believe, 19 points for Kel in the first quarter. We'll see shortly if they pull up the box score. And an unbelievable layup right over the guard. One of the bigs was down there too. That's kind of disheartening. The Bucks 9 for 10. Hopefully they get that box score back up. I cannot believe this. Kel is going to put up Kobe numbers. This is crazy. The Bucks, I mean, you have to tip your cap to their efficient offense that they've been running so far, 9 for 10, but it's been balanced. It's been some Cooks, some Johnny. Walnut has maybe 3-4 points, but on the Jazz side, it's been all Kel the whole first quarter. The rest of the team has 2 points, I believe. Yeah, Charger with 2, Kel 19, 9 for 9. This is ludicrous. Now, can somebody on the Jazz get him a stop? He's going crazy. This is one of the best scoring outbursts we've ever seen in the 2K League. You don't see people do this. 9 for 9 with 19 points. He's on a 75-point pace or something, shooting 100%. They're just going to need a little bit of defense going into the second quarter here. The Bucks had a couple of those threes go early within the first few plays, whether it be Cooks or Johnny. And then after that, the Jazz started extending their defense and it allowed the Bucks to get downhill and get to the rim, which ultimately is what they want. Both Cooks and Johnny really like getting to the rim and getting to the midi, I think, more than they want to chuck up those threes. So if the Jazz are going to keep extending their defense like they were, the Bucks are just going to keep taking advantage and taking those rim runs. So I really need to see something different coming out in the second quarter for Utah, whether it be Charger playing a little bit back, trusting Kaze to not get crabbed as much, get back in front, or putting Rhea up there, having him help a little more, just something different, because the Bucks are getting whatever they want right now. Dawsix goes for a quick blitz, Kel gets the crab, and that's another one, 10 for 10 with 22 points to start the game. I am really speechless. This is unreal. Cooks with play badge, what's he gonna do with it? He's getting that wing, getting to the rim again. That's a miscommunication on the Jazz's side. You have to discuss who's going to be at the wing, who's going to be at the middle there, whether it's between the back end and the lock, and make sure that you don't get beat to that side. They really just both played the middle, and Cooks ran to the wing easy. Kel on a cut, and that's going to be his first miss as that dunk rims out. Still 10 for 11 to start. I mean, you can't say enough about what this 5-out has done to the Jazz gaming offense. And the pace that they're playing at might be more beneficial to them if they can keep taking care of the ball. The problem is they just have to get the defense working right now. Kaze almost stole that reset to Walnut. Couldn't get it, though. Cooks back up top. He's looking for the crab. Kaze, so far, so good. I think he did make it back in front. He did. Walnut wormed Charger down there, but Rhea runs in for the rebound. Now they're going to send a quick cut to Kaze. He goes right up over Bumpy Don. And that's going to be a good layup there. Get the Jazz lead up to 3. If Kel's playing like this, you don't need a lot of stops. You only need a few. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep this type of performance up, but like I said, if he does, you don't need to get him many. Just get him some, as they get an 8% there in the corner. That's no good. Jazz are running again. They're getting it back to Kel. This is one of those moments. What did Jimmy Butler say the fourth quarter offense was for the Heat? Give me the ball and get out of the way. That's what we're seeing right now. Get Kel the ball and get out of his way. Everybody just watching the Kel show on both ends. Everybody on the Bucks, on the Jazz, watching Kel work. And I really can't say that it's a bad game plan. Rick Combos, with one of his few touches early, tries to dot the corner there. That's going to be picked off. Surprised they went away from Kel. Just a missed dunk. It wasn't a bad take. And on the other end, Walnut with the reverse slam. They go away from Kel, and that's going to be a turnover. Only the second, maybe third stop for the Bucks all game. That one was out of Kel's hands. Back to him now. Almost blitz. Doesn't get blitz, though. He backs it up. He's going to be running low on both Stam and Adrenaline now. And he sends the cut. It's going to hit off the rim. Kaze chases it down. Back to him. Picked off by Dawsix. He was waiting for that one. Now it's Johnny Red dunking it on the other end. A little mini run here for the Bucks to take the lead back. Jazz stalling ever so slightly. Only a few possessions, though. I think they'll figure it out. Cook's trying to play that reset to Kel. Doesn't want to let him get the ball. They're playing prevent defense on him, making sure he doesn't even get a touch on it. Almost got a 3 in the key. Didn't. Charger had the dunk. Kicks it out to Kaze. Kaze back to Kel. Kel over to Charger. Charger puts up a smothered. That's not going to be any good. They had a lot of looks there. A little hesitant. And, you know, I was a big fan of getting Kel the ball and getting out of the way. But when you get opportunities like that, you got to take them. They had a couple dunks, a couple shots, and they got a little too cute with it. And they end up getting nothing out of that possession. Now over to Dawsix. Up top, getting it to Johnny Red. Johnny Red gets an angle to the rim. He's going to dunk it. A lot of dunks back and forth between these teams. We've only seen maybe 2-3 threes go. It's been almost all interior scoring so far from both sides. Johnny Red going for the blitz. Doesn't get it. Now they send it over to Kaze. Has a window, and he gets that to go. Nice shot by Kaze. That's one where you have to be a confident shooter. I like that a lot out of Kaze. Kel makes the right read, but there's only a small window to shoot that ball. You have to make the decision very quickly. Rhea gets a hand on that one. It goes out of bounds. Very quickly, if you're going to pull the shot, hit the corner, reset, drive, you know, something like that, you have to be a decisive player and a confident player. And that was a really nice one by Kaze and by Kel. Johnny, another free lane to the rim. Rhea thought he might get dotted there. He gets caught reaching. Kel and Kaze, it looked like it was, caught on each other and couldn't get around to stop the rim run there. Right, Combos bring it up. Had Dawsix beat, but he slows it up. Now over to Rhea. Awkward catch. And he can't get it to go. That was kind of weird. His player was facing the wrong way and then was caught spinning when he caught the ball. Led to the jump shot timing being a little bit off, and that's going to be a miss for the Jazz. One of their few this game. Johnny Red back to the rim. Dunks over Charger, over Rhea. A little stop and go there. And it works out. The big thing right now, it looks like a lot of the Jazz defenders, instead of forcing them to the help, they're getting beat same side, and that's something you don't want to see. Rhea thought about Kel on the cut, throws it to the corner, and that's going to be picked off. Jazz Gaming turnovers picking up a little bit in the second quarter. When you're a defender, especially when you're playing rim runners like this, you have to sit on your side and force them back to the help. It's not easy. It's tempting when they do little stop and goes like that to try to get, more centered instead of just playing your side, but they just keep getting beat by it. Johnny Red walking them back, gets that 3 to go. I mean, these two offenses are crazy right now. Jazz Gaming, even though they've stalled slightly in this second quarter, they're still likely going to put up over 30 points between the whole first half. So it's not as if their offense hasn't been there. It's just been the defense. The Bucks are answering every time, and Kel right over Walnut. He put his arm up, not going to matter. Kel rising up and slamming it home. Nice finish there. He's still on fire. A couple possessions where the ball was out of his hands. They turned it over, had some misses. They get it back to him, and he puts it another dunk away. He has been crazy this game. Johnny Red with the badge, back to the rim. Every play, it's been the Bucks at the rim. I think they still only have those 3 threes made. If I saw that quickly, it was 3 for 5. For Bucks Gaming. So efficient shooting from 3, but not volume. They want to get to the rim every time. We're going to see a free 3 there in the corner by Charger. He gets it to fall. A 4-point deficit for the Jazz. And it's because of their defense at the moment. We're going to need to see somebody step up, whether it's Kaze, whether it's Kel, or one of the front court players, Rhea or Charger. Charger jumping to nothing. Rhea jumping early, and that allows Johnny Red to get the standing dunk. Had Rhea timed that jump, I believe it would have been a miss or the ball would have rimmed out, but jumping a little bit early there, Johnny does get the standing dunk to go. Red Combo's pulling it back, 3 seconds. Over to Charger. That's a gap. And that was open, but Charger can't get it to go. 1 for 2 shooting to start the game for Charger. Actually, a nice play by the Jazz there. That perhaps shouldn't have been open. A misplay by the Bucks, but it was. Chargers couldn't get it to go. The big story here, 18 for 21, might even be overshadowing Kel somehow. You have a guy with 24 points, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, 11 for 12, 2 for 2. I mean, it's if you're going to talk about a perfect game from a guard, this is it. This is unbelievable. The problem is nobody is giving him any help. They're shooting fine from 3, but on the other end, you see 0 steals, 0 blocks. The Bucks are 18 for 21. 2 of those misses are Bumpy Don, and the other one was Cooks, and I don't even remember when he missed his shot. So the Jazz have to figure out, how do we stop Cooks and Johnny? I'm sure both teams are going into halftime right now saying, what do we got to do on defense? Do we need to switch the matchups? Do we need to do something drastic and put our power forward on ball or something? Because Kel is cooking them. I mean, he's responsible for over 30 points out of the Jazz's 34 between the assists and his made shots on his own. And then on the other side, Cooks and Johnny scoring at will. This is, 15 for 16? Kaze needs to step up for the Jazz. Kel, as amazing, as immaculate as he's been on offense, has been caught on Johnny numerous times, and he hasn't been doing his part defensively. And if that's the case, you're going to want to see something out of the front court, out of Charger, out of Rhea, to see if maybe they can swing over and make a play and get something going on that front, because at the moment, the Bucks are working them inside and out. The Charger, Rhea, a little bit hesitant to get off those corners because they know the type of shooters that the Bucks are. So really, it's just a lot about, I think, trust on the defensive side, knowing that somebody's going to rotate for you if you rotate down. playing your side, trusting that the help defense will be there. And then also, there has to be some pride. Kaze has to say, listen, I got cooked in the first half. It's not going to happen again. I'm not going to play bad defense for 4 quarters. I got you guys in the second half. And really just put it in the rearview mirror. Say, listen, that defensively, we couldn't have been any worse realistically, but we're going to adjust. Here's what we need to do, and we're going to move forward and be better. We're going to take a short halftime break here, and then we will be right back after that. And we are back here. We'll see what adjustments Jazz Gaming made coming out of the break. Big thing, we're going to see it in Rick Combo's hands here as they dot the corner early. Charger gets that to fall. He moves to 2 for 3 for the game. Big thing, what I was going to say, is just the defense. We've said it over and over again. That play, we even saw Rec Combos getting involved, but Kel has the offense on lockdown. Jumping out of the play is Charger, and it's going to be Rhea sending it away at the rim. Now over to Charger. Can he get by him? That's going to be a foul. It is only a personal. Questionable intentional foul there, as it might have been a clear path, but they will say he was slightly in front of him. What I was going to say is Kel has the offense on lockdown. Let's just see if they can get anything going on defense. Rhea making a statement. First play of the third quarter, coming out with a big block at the rim saying, we're done letting you dunk it all game long. Now Kel trying to get back to the rim, and he says, I'm not done dunking it. I'll dunk all game long. He has been a monster And he's doing such a good job of getting to the rim, and then when they start playing really far back, he's letting those threes go. We'll see if he can keep that going here and get the Jazz back in the lead. Jazz try to run a play for Dosick. He does stand under the rim. Kell caught sleeping a little bit defensively. He thought maybe Dosick was going to run back out to the top of the key or back to the wing. Dosick sat down right under the rim, waited for the pass, and put it away. Back to Kell, and no fear at all. They met him down there before he even started going up. Dosick gets the fast break layup to go. That corner was in the paint before Kell even thought about going up, and he still went up on him. We're going to need to see him now make some of these reads. He did a pretty good job in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, we're going to see in the second half if he can keep making those reads as Bucks Gaming gets more and more aggressive in trying to stop him. Rhett combos, hitting Rhea on the slip. Rhea misses but gets his board. That was going over to Charger, I believe. Dosick's going to foul. That's his 4th foul. 3 fouls, not a big deal. 4 fouls this early in the third quarter for your lockdown could be a problem. We'll see if he tones back the aggressiveness a little bit. Rhea under the rim. Walnut caught jumping out of bounds, and Rhea puts away the layup. Cooks bringing up the right, back to the middle. They're going to send Johnny on a wrap. This Bucks Gaming team has a lot of movement. Cooks wide open over the middle, didn't shoot it. It's going to go back to Johnny. Kell didn't even one-step him, really barely flinched at it. I don't know what Cooks was thinking there. Maybe he thought Kell would full sell. I don't even know if Kell did, if he would have made it there. I think that was a wide open shot no matter what for Cooks. He just caught being a little overzealous with the passing as Johnny ends up getting the 3 to go. A couple mistakes there from Jazz Gaming. I believe that was Charger coming up out of the back end, reaching, and allowed Cooks to get wide open as everyone's trying to rotate around. And that's going to be picked off as Rhea tries to throw from the corner to the hash. Bumpy Don with the pick. Dosick's trying to get to the rim. Now sending it to the corner. That's Johnny working out of the left corner on rec combos. Now Kell. Back to Johnny. They send Walnut on the cut. He had rec combos on him. The ball's pinballed around, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Jazz. They had Walnut open on a backdoor cut with rec combos on him who can't be more than maybe 6'1 or 6'2. Cannot believe they didn't try to send it down there to him. Rec combos had Charger in the corner, a little late getting it there. Now Charger getting it back to him. Court's very small when you start working into those corners. And that's going to be tipped. Kaze gets it back. Kaze sending it to rec combos under the rim with the standing layup. Rhea salvages the possession with an offensive rebound. Get it to Kell. 9 seconds to work. They're trying to get set. Kaze working his way back to the wing. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. He's bumped. He's going to shoot it himself. Maybe a foul as it looked like he got hit on the arm. But Rhea with another offensive rebound. They have a third shot at it. 8 seconds over to Rhea. That's open. Rhea misses again. Over 2. That's Charger flying in with the offensive rebound. Kell finally puts it away. 4 chances there for the Jazz. They kept crashing the glass, and they're rewarded with 3 points from who else but Kell. 3-point deficit for Jazz Gaming here. Kaze reaching, trying to get something. Cook's very tired and out of adrenaline right at Rec Combo's face. He's not going to reach. Bumpy Don puts it away with 2 hands. Rec Combos was in perfect position there. He played the cut perfectly, but just didn't reach. That's something, you know, when you're on these small point guard builds, you can't fall asleep on defense or you're going to get punished time and time again. You don't have that margin for error that these other builds have. Looks like he tried to hit Kaze on the cut there, but he was bumped. Kaze going to try to shoot it over Cooks. Only an 8%, couldn't get it to fall. Now Cooks pushing a 3-on-3 break. Most of the Jazz back now. Cooks at the right wing, sends the cut, has Bumpy Don over the top, and he misses. Charger with a nice rebound. He's going to send it. Kell in the corner, trying to get to the rim, not there, and they're going to slow it up. They had the Bucks discombobulated on defense, and Kell capitalizes with another back-scratching slam. They cut the lead to 3 with a minute remaining in the third. Nice job there by Kell. Again, offensively, now we need to see the stops rolling, and that includes Kell as he's been picked on a few times here. Johnny Red with the standing dunk. Miscommunication again. Kell and Kaze both on ball there. Neither one of them knew who's taking the cut, who's staying on ball, and that's been happening over and over as the Bucks get active in their sets and send a lot of cuts in motion. Rec combos, bailing out over to Rhea. Rhea back to rec combos, pass fakes to the wing. He's not going to do anything with it yet. Now he gets to the rim and he puts it away. 51-48 here with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. With some space in the corner, was that Bumpy Don? I believe it was, and that's going to lead to team takeover for Bucks Gaming. This is not what you wanted to see if you're the Jazz, trying to manufacture some kind of comeback here. Down 6, you're still in it. Cal with another dunk. It's going to be off the rim. Bucks decide to slow it up with their team take, get the last shot. That's going to be a foul on Kaze. Only his first. He hasn't been aggressive with his reaches, maybe because he feels like he keeps getting burnt. Normally, we see a much more aggressive Kaze than we've seen this game against Cooks and Johnny Red. See Johnny Red maybe setting the screen. He does. Cooks working behind it. Johnny with the fake cut, pop out for the 3. That goes. This is ludicrous. 2 seconds, down to Charger, could have passed it out to the corner, I think. I think there was enough time to get it out there and give him a jump shot. He decides to go up and it's going to be punched away. End of the third quarter, the Bucks are 25 for 30. Kel, I will say, after a monstrous start, he's slowed down to 14 for 18. Still in the box score, you're going to say, this is a crazy game for Kel. He has 31 and 4, 14 for 18, no TOs. But remember what he had in that first quarter. What he finished the first with 19 points on 9 for 9 shooting, 9 for 10 shooting, something around there with the 4 assists. Since then, they've really clamped down on him. Holding him to what, just 12 points since that first quarter. He has those 4 misses. That's not what's hurting him, though. What's hurting him is the 25 for 30, 6 for 9 from the Bucks. They have the 4 steals to go with it. The only defensive play we've really seen from the Jazz this game has been that block at the rim from Rhea, which was early, the very first play of the third quarter. They have 0 steals still. If you're the Jazz, I say, listen, whatever we're doing isn't working. It's been 3 quarters of us getting cooked right now. Let's get crazy. I want to see some big-time change out of the Jazz because you can't ask for much more from your offense. A few missed threes here or there, but overall, practically a perfect offensive game. If you want to talk about a perfect offensive game, it's what the Bucks are doing at the moment. So I want to see the Jazz get a little crazy here. Try something to surprise the Bucks in the fourth quarter and see what we can do to get them off balance. Right now, they're in their comfort zone. They're working. Everybody's kind of eating. Johnny Red, obviously the main contributor, but Cooks has been facilitating. The corners get their shots here and there. Walnut with a couple touches. So let's try to get crazy and throw them off, if only for a few minutes while they have team take, and then we can maybe work and let our offense keep doing its thing and get us back in this game. Dawsix lets the defender fly by, pulls the 3 then, and he gets it to fall. We saw a similar play like that from Kaze, I think it was a couple games back, on the Jazz, where he pump fakes, lets the defender go right by him, and then shoots it. Similar thing there from Dawsix, as he gets the 3 to go with his takeover. Right, combos, a little sham god up top. Good communication there from the Bucks. Cal a little too far to shoot that. Now he's working. You see Johnny making him beat him middle because they believed in Bumpy Don with the rim badge, but Kel throws it down right over him. He says, I don't care what your takeover is, I'm feeling it this game, and I'm going to keep us alive as long as I can. Cook's going all the way across, a couple screen set, and he gets the dunk to go. You saw him work from the right wing all the way to the left wing with 2 screens set up top. If you don't have pristine communication and chemistry with your team, that's going to be a difficult play to defend. Kel off balance. No good there. I didn't mind the shot, especially when you've been playing how he has. And that's Johnny Red with another standing dunk. The lead is up to 14 for the Bucks. That wasn't a bad shot, like I was saying. It's just something you really need some of those to go as the lead keeps growing for the Bucks. Rhea puts it away, and he gets that 3 over the top. They were playing him like he was still an inside. He pass fakes. He's waiting for someone to get it to, and then he looks up and says, hey, nobody's on me. And he gets the 3 to go there. Cuts the lead to 11. About 4 minutes remaining. Can the Jazz mount a comeback? Try to dot the corner. Not budging. I don't know what happened there. Johnny Red left standing under the rim, open, alone, nobody even near him. It looked like, again, they were waiting for him to run out. Johnny says, I'll set up camp down here and take my easy 2 points. Thank you very much. Rhea pump faking a couple times. Jab stepping. Looked like Melo in that triple threat there. Cal with some left stick dribbles. Now with the right stick dribbles. Tries to dot the corner. Nobody budging. Charger. Good pass. Over to Rec Combos. Nice three there from Rec Combos. They're making the necessary plays to stay afloat at the moment, but you're running out of time. You have 3.5 minutes to get something going defensively to allow yourself to come back in the game. Cooks over the middle, has the cut, doesn't send it. Now he's out of adrenaline, out of stamina. Johnny Red, another standing dunk. If you saw his shot chart and the amount of points right under the rim, you'd say, who is this, a center? I mean, it's been standing dunk, standing dunk, standing dunk. He only has a few threes maybe, and it's been, other than that, it's been almost all standing dunks. Kel, defender behind him, doesn't do anything with it. Maybe could have shot it or drawn or go to the paint there. I was looking at Dosick, that's his 5th. And, you know, this game is fairly secure for the Bucks right now, but if Dosick picks up that technical 6th foul, it gets a little bit shaky as that's going to be out of bounds. Shot clock reset for Jazz Gaming. That foul gets you the free throw, gets you the ball back, and then he cannot reach. You don't want to pick up a cheap blocking foul, or he might play different, doesn't want to jump in the paint, all that kind of stuff. So it is definitely something to watch, as it looks like Bucks Gaming might have moved him to the corner in fear of that. Kel gets that 3 to go. He's been automatic, a 9-point deficit. They're still in the game, hanging around, but you have to make a push soon. We'll see next play down if Dosick guards the corner again, as they might be a little bit worried about his foul situation. Cooks 2 adrenaline left. 1 adrenaline left now. Gets open on the wing. A good jump from Charger. Rhea with the rebound. And the Jazz are looking to push it. Rec Combos thought about the pull-up 3. Didn't like it. Over to Kel. And he hits another one. The lead is down to 6. 2 minutes remaining. Kel carrying them through this right now. Rhea with a nice find. Getting it back to the guy who's been hot all game. And he gets that 3 to go to cut the lead. 2-6 for Bucks Gaming. They dot the corner. And Bucks Gaming answer with a 3 of their own. Nice play there by them to maintain the lead that they have. See, minute 45. You just have to work efficiently here. Kel with another dunk. That cuts the lead to 7. Jazz hanging around. We need a couple stops, and the game gets very scary. Johnny Red tried to ghost pop his badge. Now he's going to go on the cut. Another dunk for Johnny Red. Every time off that give and go, it's been working. And especially when Cooks is dead, when Kaze does his job of in getting Cooks to run out of stamina, run out of adrenaline, it seems like Johnny cuts every time and gets it. They just need to do a better job of clamping down on him. Kaze answers with the standing dunk of his own. Lead back to 7. They need to do a better job of watching him on those cuts. They've let him do it for 4 quarters now. He has to have close to 40 points. Johnny trying to get the 3 up. Didn't have it, though. Good shrink over from Rec Combos. Over to Dosick. Back to Johnny. Now Dosick's going on the cut. Rec Combos. Walls up Dosick's underneath the rim. 55 seconds. Kel with another dunk. Lead down to 5. One more stop. I only asked for 2 stops in the 4th quarter, and they just need 1 more now, and this game gets very scary. Players' hands start sweating. Everybody plays a little shaky. We'll see if they can get it. Charger back to Johnny in the corner. He misses with Badge in the corner, but Bumpy Dawn gets the rebound. What a heartbreaking rebound to give up in this moment. You saw really Johnny kind of poop himself there. The pass wide open, catches him in the corner with Sharp Badge. The guy hadn't missed a 3 all game. He misses it. They luck out, but Bumpy Dawn grabs it. And now it's going to be another 12 seconds on the shot clock after this Bucks Gaming timeout. Still enough time to play straight up defense, but you might want to get more aggressive. You know, it's not a bad idea. You don't have to go straight to the foul right now. but you do want to take some chances. If you see an opportunity to gamble on something, that would be something I look for, whether it be on the inbounds or if they throw it backcourt, maybe on a blitz, something along those lines. We'll see if they do that or if they decide to just try to get a straight up stop, get the ball back with 24-ish seconds after the rebound and get a bucket, cut it to one possession. They do get it into Johnny. Cooks running all the way backcourt, but didn't get hit. Now Johnny over the top, maybe some space. No good. Rhea with the rebound. That was a quick shot there from the Bucks. They send it to the corner, and that's no good. Charger with the rebound. Maybe had a putback. Didn't take it. Bumpy Dawn going to foul as Charger tried to reset to Rhea up top. A ballsy shot there in the corner. Not able to get it to go. I thought Charger might take the putback. That's going to be free throws as Cooks tries to blitz. Rec combos running into the corner. Kind of a mismanagement of time here with the Bucks late. When you talk about Johnny shooting that shot so early in the shot clock, then the two fouls back-to-back there. They're allowing the Jazz to have a chance at this one. We'll see if they can capitalize. They do have to get it across. Is Cooks going to be able to find somebody? He hesitates. That was very close, but he does get it. Now will they go for the fluke? They do. Kaze picks up the foul. This inbounds is very tough. We've seen a lot of teams struggle with this. Bucks Gaming still has a timeout. Will they be able to get it in on the side here? Looking for Cooks backcourt. Almost picked off by Charger. Now they throw it up court. That's going to be Johnny, I believe, with the sharp badge. Rec Combo's fouling and sending him to the line. Fairly unlikely he misses these free throws with his badge. Jazz Gaming still with 2 timeouts. There's still hope. He does get both free throws to go. The lead's 5. See the timeout that we expected from the Jazz. Even if you get the 3 here, it's still going to be a 2-point game. You foul them, they make the free throws, it goes to 4. So what I'm saying is, forget the 3. We're going to need to get a steal or some kind of turnover when the Bucks inbound the ball. So I'm just looking for any quick bucket we can get, whether that be maybe getting it to Kel up top, hoping they bite, sending a cut, or maybe a midi dex and you try to get some mid-range shots to go. That's been fairly open. But there's no particular advantage to getting the 3 at this stage in the game. Then after, you have to make sure your team is, if you get the bucket, your team has to be ready to press immediately. Get in front of those guys. Don't let them, get it out from under the hoop quickly and throw it in before you're ready. You might see Bucks Gaming take a timeout, but sometimes after a bucket, the team just isn't prepared and you're able to get a free inbounds. They do not have to advance the ball with only 6 seconds, and it'll be even less after the shot goes up. So Jazz Gaming going to have to try to get the turnover right on the inbounds. A slow play here. Rhea shoots over the guard. He gets it to go. Took a little bit of time to get that one set or something. They do get it into Cooks. They're reaching, and time is going to expire for the Jazz. What a game from Kel. 43-4, 19 for 24, 5 for 7. The other side, Johnny going bucket for bucket with him. 38-2, 16 for 19, 4 for 6. I saw somebody mention in the chat, this was like the Donovan Mitchell versus who was it, Jamal Murray in the bubble, when they were just going back and forth, bucket for bucket. That's exactly what we saw between Kel and Johnny Red. Cooks doing just enough. He had a very efficient game, but it really was out of his hands. He just did a great job of getting it to Johnny on those cuts. That's why he has those 12 assists. Cooks doing just enough to get him that win. The front courts were fairly matched, 7-8-7 versus 9-5-8. The difference was the Bucks front court getting 3 steals out of Dawsix and 2 out of Bumpy Dawn. On the other side, straight zeros for the Jazz. So I like the 5-out offense a lot. It looked near impossible to stop, but we're going to need to see them work on that defense a little bit as we move towards the doubleheader that I believe is on Friday. That will be the next time that we'll see the Jazz Gaming back in action as they fall to 1-3 after the loss to the Bucks. They can bounce back, get back to 500 if they get both of those games to go on Friday. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'm going to head out, and I hope you enjoyed it.